Thursday, November 22nd. I'm John Manchester, and this is Evening Update. Floods and fires may seem like the new normal, but a forum last night at the Okanagan Innovation Centre heard that's not entirely true. Research scientist Denise Nielsen says there is no normal. Normal suggests stability, and what we are really looking at is increased instability in the future. Nielsen was speaking at a community water forum that heard the Valley has experienced 2 successive years of 100 and 200-year weather events. A Kelowna social worker accused of stealing from Aboriginal children in his care is facing a new set of allegations. A trio of new civil lawsuits were filed Wednesday in Kelowna court against Robert Saunders by 3 women who were previously youth in his care. 2 allege theft of money from joint bank accounts, and a 3rd alleges general negligence as a social worker. The claims are similar to a pair of lawsuits earlier this month that rocked the Ministry of Children and Family Development. All 3 lawsuits allege the teenage girls were exposed to periods of homelessness, hunger, narcotics, and in one case, sexual exploitation. An RCMP investigation is underway. As a romaine lettuce E. coli scare continues across North America, Safeway and Sobeys stores in the Okanagan are pulling the greens off their shelves. Castanet's Alana Kelly has more.
We're proactive with pulling the product and making sure that nothing got out to the public.
If you're planning on having a salad this week, you might want to skip the lettuce. Romaine lettuce, that is.
We were told to pull all affected product for the recall of the romaine lettuce. So at that point, we pulled everything from the shelves just to ensure the safety of our customers and ensuring it didn't go through the till and anybody getting it. Our customers are first and foremost. We're being proactive. Of course, we don't have any affected product, but we want to be sure and confident that no one's going to be touched by what's happened out there.
Scandal at the BC legislature continues following the suspension of the Sergeant-at-Arms and Clerk of the House. Now, the BC Liberals allege Speaker of the House, Daryl Plakas, pushed to have his own special advisor appointed acting Sergeant-at-Arms before Gary Lentz and Craig James were put on administrative leave. The RCMP has launched a criminal investigation and 2 special prosecutors have been appointed. But authorities are being tight-lipped on the nature of the police probe. Business is booming, but that's not a good thing for the Vernon Salvation Army Food Bank. Castanet's Darren Hanshew has more.
For a business, seeing a dramatic increase in clientele is a good thing. But when you're in the business of helping the less fortunate, it can be a bit of a challenge. The Vernon Salvation Army Food Bank has seen that increase over the last few weeks, and there's no sign of it slowing down.
We've been really busy the last 2 or 3 months, especially the last 2 weeks, where the hampers you see behind me, we actually ran out every day in the last 2 weeks. We're not running out of food, but the hampers that are packed for the day to go out, we're just super busy in the last 2 weeks especially. We see about 20 new families per week. Things have really picked up. It just seems like more people are needing to access our services, and it's because of the community, especially at this time of the year when they donate to our kettles and for our Christmas campaign, that we're actually able to do what we do. So we need the community support in everything that we do. Rent continues to increase, people paying their heat and their light bills and things like that, and sometimes families need to make a choice. Do they pay to keep their heat on, or do they want to put food on the tables for their family? And here at the Salvation Army, we're able to do that. We're able to provide food for their families so that can take just a little bit of stress off at this time of the year especially. Researchers are collaring and tracking lynx and bobcat in the South Okanagan. Castanet's Chelsea Powery tagged along for an up-close look at the wild creatures.
The first bobcat of the year in the Okanagan Bobcat and Lynx study has been captured, and this guy was particularly exciting because he's been caught before.
This morning we recaptured a bobcat that we caught last year, and when we caught it, we anesthetized it, took the collar off that it was wearing, and then put a new collar on so we can get 2 full years of data from this one animal.
For 2 years, Scully has been researching how bobcats and lynx interact and how climate change might be affecting their behavior by tracking their movements via a harmless electronic collar that drops off after a few months, which doesn't always go as planned.
So a couple of the collars had a battery malfunction in them where the pop-off mechanism didn't work, and the pop-off mechanism is just a little pin that pops off and breaks the collar off at a specific point.
The team uses humane traps to catch the cats, then briefly sedates them to take some data.
Measuring the length of their legs and from nose to tail on the animal, as well as their teeth, the size of their head, the size of their neck, to see how the collar fits on, how the cat has grown from last year, how the cat compares with other cats of similar weight in those different dimensions.
Sarah Meyer is lucky to be alive. The Armstrong woman's Jeep was demolished Monday night when she caught the shoulder of Highway 97, causing her to lose control. Her vehicle left the road, severed a power pole, and rolled before sliding to a rest on the side of the highway. The crash knocked power out to about 3,000 people. "I thought it was over," Meyer said. She's been told if she wasn't wearing her seatbelt, she wouldn't have survived. Maya says she was being watched over and it wasn't her time to go. A winter storm warning has been issued for the Coquihalla Highway, with snow accumulations of up to 30 centimeters between Hope and Merritt. That starts tonight, and snow is expected to continue into Friday.
If everyone can just avoid driving the Coke until like Friday evening, maybe once they've had a chance to clear away the snow, that'd be great. You know, there's going to be low visibilities, pretty heavy snow coming down. I would recommend avoiding travel on the Coke. You know, we've got some snow falling around the area right now in the Coquihalla. That's supposed to taper off this afternoon. We'll probably get about 5 centimeters out of that, and there'll be a brief break before kind of the main event comes through this evening through Friday. So tonight, for example, for the Coke, we're expecting about 10 to 15 centimeters of snow, and then tomorrow another 10 to 15. So looking at up to 35 centimeters. It's quite a bit of snow coming in, mainly going to be south of the summit as you're climbing up towards the Okanagan.
Here in the valley, a 60% chance of wet flurries or showers overnight, lows just over freezing. More flurries possible Friday with sunny skies and chilly temperatures for the weekend. Coming up, more on Kelowna's journey home and Okanagan road rage captured on dash cam. For Castanet News, I'm John Manchester.